I'm back. I'm biased, I'm bothered, and I am always unfiltered. If you are easily offended, this is not the place for you. But you still haven't managed to worthy up. Not to worry, let's get into this mess. It's Valentine's Day, a day of love, a day of romance, a day of cheeky fun together. And what are we doing? We're off to the fertility centre of Las Vegas with Meri and Kody. Wah wah. We're going to see Dr. Shapiro, okay? Now bear in mind, we have seen Dr. Littman, we have seen the gynecologist, and now we're seeing Dr. Shapiro. Now, Dr. Shapiro says to Meri, like basically that she's too old, okay, to use her own eggs. But he does suggest donor eggs. Now, from the jump, Meri is saying no, she doesn't want donor eggs. If she's going to do this, it's just her and Kody. And I thought, hang on a second, Meri, why? Why not the donor eggs, okay? Because there's a load of kids in this family, and you say that you're their mother. So, like, technically, okay, they're kind of donor eggs too, because they're Cody's biological children, but like some other woman's children. Do you know what I mean? But then she says to the doctor, right, do I really want to start over again? I thought, Mary, go and see a therapist. Talk to your family about it, like something else, but don't be asking this guy. You should have had that decision made before you went to see him. Stop wasting his fucking time, you know? But then she says, I'm gonna have to think about it some more. I thought, for God's sake, Mary, get a plan and stick to it. I'm over this story, by the way. Anyway, now we're going to Christine's house. Now we're finding out, okay, that there's going to be a Valentine dance, and it's a daddy and daughter dance. I never did any of this stuff. This is very foreign to me, okay? Anyway, Isabel and Gwen, they're getting their hair done by Christine. And, and we find out that Gwen asked Logan to go to the dance. Now, Logan says he was delighted to go to the dance like with his sister. Gwen tells us, right, in no uncertain terms, she does not like sharing, and this kid is not interested in polygamy. Now, Christine says to her, you wouldn't have father Logan if it wasn't for polygamy. The child doesn't care, okay? She's not interested. Christine, stop it. Anyway, now we're popping over to Robyn's house. Now, apparently, Robyn asked Mary to be there to help with the little kids. You know, we really have to reinforce this. We really need to rub it into Mary's face that she's barren and that she has no small kids to be going to this dance, you know? We really have to make sure that she's aware of that. Anyway, Savannah is there and she's looking forward to the dance. And then we hear from Aurora, okay? Now, Aurora is hysterical with excitement to dance with her daddy. I thought, where the hell is David Preston Jessup? This is not your daddy, sweetheart. He's in Montana. You'll be going to see him soon. Anyway, look at the screen, okay? Is this Mindy? Is this Mindy even back then in Robyn's house? Who the hell is this woman? I need to know because I've seen her a couple of times now. Anyway, from the sofa, Mary says to us that she doesn't really feel like a mother figure. I thought, well, then have another fucking baby, Mary. Like, make up your goddamn mind. You want to be a mother? Well, then have a baby. You don't want to be a mother? Like, don't have a baby. Like, get it together, you know? I'm over this. Anyway, we're taking pictures, and I have to say, it's adorable, okay? So, all the girls are with like Kody and their father Logan, but they all have these matching corsages on them, which I know is definitely a freebie, by the way, and we will get to that in a minute. But I love the pictures. I thought that they were really sweet. So we're leaving for the dance, right? Now Kody is in the van like with all the kids, but father Logan and Gwen are in the brand new convertible. I love that for Gwen. I really do. So we get to the dance, right? I'll be honest. This looks crap because it looks so empty. And Cody is saying like that the kids all have to take a turn like to dance with them. I don't want to do any of this crap, you know. I'm either dancing, I'm not dancing, but I'm not waiting around. So Isabel is dancing with Cody. But I thought, oh my God, he's going to tear this child's arm out of socket. He's so feckin' frantic. And she already has the scoliosis. I thought, take it easy, dude. Anyway, Logan is dancing with Gwendolyn. I was wondering, right, did Gwen tell all the school kids like that Logan was like her boyfriend, you know? I would imagine that that's the kind of thing that she would do. Anyway, all these kids are having a bit of crack, and then I see something and I thought, thank you, Lord, thank you. Cody is doing what I think he believes is an Irish reel. I loved it, okay? I feckin' love this. I'm actually going to send this clip to my sister. The both of us were Irish dancers, okay? We started Irish dancing when we were about 3 or 4. Now, I stopped Irish dancing, like going to classes when I was about 11, but my sister danced competitively until she was about 16 years old. I'm going to send her this clip. I need an expert opinion opinion to find out what the hell this is because I need to know. But I love it, by the way. I love it. Now, Cody thinks that he is great, okay, and that he is the kid's hero. I thought with those moves, that's it. That's all it takes, to be the kid's hero. Fucking hell. The bar is low, like even for them. Anyway, now we're going to get flowers for the wives for Valentine's Day. Oh, I don't want flowers. I don't, okay? Because they die. Like, don't be giving me something. Get me a plant. Because with flowers, I don't want it. Because then I have to get rid of them, and I'm not interested. They're not me. Anyway, as we're going to get the flowers, okay, I realized Cody cannot park a car for shit, right? I loved knowing that about him. Like, this car is tiny. It's tiny, okay? And I know American cars, they're fucking huge. So I know the spaces are huge. This guy can't park a car. So thank you, TLC, for letting me know that. Anyway, we're in Sun City Flowers. So this is basically where the corsages came from. Like, it's a sponsorship. No way Cody was buying it. So we meet the florist. Oh, I got a bit bothered because there's no name tag. But anyway, we find out her name is Halia. I thought, is that an actual name? Because it reminded me of Hilary Baldwin when she was pretending that her name was Hilaria Baldwin. Do you remember? And she was pretending that she didn't know the word for cucumber. Oh, that was such good times. Anyway, so now we're picking out flowers. But we're just pointing to something for Meri and Janelle. I don't know why. But like for Christine, okay, Cody is saying purple roses. I thought no, I think he means Robin. Like that's not for Christine. But for Robin, he's picking out black magic. I'll be honest with you, I never heard of this, don't know what it is. So of course I did the research. By that I just meant I Googled. But anyway, so I want you to look at these flowers, okay? So bear this in mind. So now we're at Mary's house and with the wives, and we find out that they're going to have fondue. Oh, Jesus. And of course, right, they're going to have dinner in Christine's house. Now, if any person is a second class citizen in this family, right, it's poor fucking Christine. Like, she's the one that's going to be cooking for everybody. Oh, my goodness. Now, Robin says that somebody asked if Cody like splits the day into farts. I have two thoughts about this, right? Oh, she has no idea what's going on. She doesn't know how like Valentine's Day works in polygamy. So she's basically asking the question too. Also, my other thought was, why the hell are we saying fart? Like, why are we not saying a quarter? We're adults. Now it's obvious like that the Browns that they don't celebrate Valentine's Day because like they're saying that there's no cards for polygamists and they're calling this a new tradition. So like it's obvious they have no idea. But like Robin knows all about Valentine's Day. I bet she does. But like they don't. So Robin gets this idea, right? Oh my God. They're going to decorate Cody's car. Now, I believe this to be true. Janelle is agreeing to this because Valentine's cars, like, they're super expensive, okay? We know that they are. Like, they upprice everything. So Janelle is like, oh, yeah, that's a great idea. But Christine gets super excited, okay? And she thinks that they should just get like helium balloons and like stuff them inside of the car. Like, she thinks this is a great idea. I thought, oh my God, these people are so fucking immature. Anyway, this is the plan, right? Robin's gonna borrow the car. Then she's gonna take it, decorate it, bring it back, and apparently this is gonna be like a huge surprise, right? And she's gonna say, "Oh, I think I scratched it," like all dramatic. And Mary says, "Oh, Robin, are you a good liar?" And Robin says, "Yes, I am." Now then she says no, but I don't. I'm not bothered about that. I want to ignore that bit, right? Because the woman says, "Yes, I am a good liar." When Mary asked her the question, I know you are, Robin. I know you are. Oh, anyway, we also find out, right, that Robin loves Valentine's Day because it's a reason for her to do something special. And I thought, is that reason okay? Is that the reason that you get new bras and knickers from Victoria's Secret? And then that got me thinking, when she left David Preston Jessup, did she pack up all her knickers and bras with her? Did she bring like all our lube, all our baby oil, all our P. Diddy stuff? Did she bring all that crap with her? I bet she did. She brought it. I bet she brought it with her, like, and had it in the house for Cody. Anyway, now we're in Robin's house. Now most of the family up there, and I thought, of course they are, because this is like how she's going to pull off the plan. She always has to be the center of everything. So anyway, she's off like to get the car to Christine's house. Oh, but when we get to Christine's house, right? Christine is elbow deep, like cooking, and she has like this huge apron on. And I thought it's her Valentine too, but of course she's cooking like for the whole family. Now, I think she might be making meatballs because I see minced beef here. I thought this woman is definitely not banging tonight, not after eating meatballs. Anyway, Robin asked to borrow the car. Now, it's obvious that Cody doesn't want to give her the car, and he's saying, like, oh, I need it. And she's like, oh, well, I have a flat tire. And he's like, well, we have a compressor. I look for the compressor, and I thought, what the fuck, Cody? Like, just give her the car. You see, this is why they had to get Robin, okay? The OG wives never would have got the keys off that man. Never. So anyway, she gets the car. Of course she does, because she gets everything. Now, all the kids are decorating this, and they're warned, like, not to scratch it. I'll be honest, right? This car looks wrecked. This car looks wrecked. I'd have lost my goddamn mind. Now, Mary wants even more balloons, and she's huffing and puffing. I thought, Mary, Cody just told us that you have a compressor. Go and get that thing. They're not the brightest family. They really aren't. So Robin is driving back to Christine's house. Now everybody else is walking, right? And I thought, oh, Mary's knee is grand because in the last episode, like she had the knee brace on. I'm telling you, lads, she definitely didn't have a fucking torn ACL. She didn't. Anyway, Robin is at like Christine's house, okay? Now again, I see the cameraman. I'm always seeing these things. We never seen this in the Duggar family, I don't believe. I don't believe we ever seen it. Everything seemed like a bit more put together with the Duggar family. Now Robin is shaking, right? And she's being all scared. And she's saying like to Cody, like that, she wrecked the car. And I thought this is much better acting than like, you did with Janelle's t-shirt. Now everybody is going out, okay? Cody is like, what? And he's saying to her, oh my God, you're shaking. So we're going out to check on the car and everybody is following. And then I see poor Christine, fucking hell. She still has the huge red apron on. This is the least sexy looking thing I've ever seen, right? And Isabel is just smacking him in the face with the decorations. Like she's getting a good smack in. And I'm not surprised. He nearly pulled her arm out of feckin' socket when he was dancing with her. Now he's pretending to be surprised and excited. He's not. He's not. And I don't blame him. I would lose my goddamn mind if anybody did this to my car. And like, how do you clean it? Like, you're gonna have to get a valet after this. I would go feckin' mental if anybody did this to my car. I would. So now we're seeing like the Valentine fondue. This thing is tiny, okay? It's basically a chocolate fountain. Now we're having strawberries and bananas, and I thought, oof, let's keep Mary away from the bananas. Oh my goodness, let's keep that woman away. Well, we know what happens when she gets her hand on a banana. Anyway, Cody is handing out the flowers. Now he's giving Robin the flowers. Now, do you remember I told you the black magic? Look at the flowers, okay? No black magic. Anyway, he's giving her the flowers, okay, and they're kissing and saying thank you. Christine didn't get purple roses, by the way. She's getting her flowers, kisses, thank you. Everybody's happy, right? Janelle is getting flowers. Everybody's happy. But Mary, right? Mary says, it felt obligatory. I thought, for fuck's sake, Mary, like, just take the flowers. Say thank you. Like, what can he do? What the hell can Cody do? I hate this guy, but like, what the hell can he do here? He's given everybody flowers, right? So that was the plan. Everybody gets the flowers. And Mary is like, Mary, she's such a feckin' downer. She really is. Anyway, this family is celebrating Valentine's Day together. And I thought, I never got this. My parents didn't decorate my house for me. I got none of this shite, okay? I feel like I have missed out on so much of my life because I didn't get any of this. We were getting put to bed early that night. That's how that shit worked in my house. Anyway, the adults are telling the kids that they're going to see the loan officer like tomorrow. And they're getting these kids like all excited and they've already like shown them the cul-de-sac. And I had a thought, right? Where the hell did Cody spend the night? Now I know he spent it with Robin, but I wanted to see him. I wanted to see them going like saying goodnight to each other. And I wanted to see him like heading off to Robyn's to spend the night with her and her Victoria's Secret knickers. Anyway, it's the next day and Amy Winehouse is back. By that I mean Tanya Cobbler. Anyway, the good news, okay, they're getting good news and bad news. So the good news is they got the loan, but it's a private loan and non-traditional. I'll be honest, I don't want any of that shenanigans. I want it from the bank. I want it in writing. I want all the things. So bear in mind, right, that that's the good news. Now the family is excited. They're also gobsmacked. But then we find out, right, that they have to put down 40%. I thought, how much are these houses? This family hasn't even got 4%. Now Janelle is saying, oh yeah, we should talk privately about this, just the family. I thought, dead right. That's exactly what you need to do. Anyway, to get more news. Now, apparently Mona can't be there, right? And I think I know why. Because one of these houses is actually like, it's already being sold. I thought, Mona, you should be there. Be honest with the people. I guarantee you, right? She sold that house. Now, on the sofa, thankfully, right? Cody is having a bit of sense. And he's saying, like, it's too much of a down payment. And one of the houses is already gone. So they need something cheaper. And he's after seeing, like, two houses in a cul-de-sac, and that's what he wants, like, to start, and then eventually, like, move all the wives to that area. So now, like, they're telling all these kids, right, that the houses that they showed them, like, basically gone tits up, really. Sorry about that, kids. But Leon does let us know that the parents are always promising them stuff that, like, never happens. And I thought, thanks, Leon. Thanks for confirming that. We already knew, but thank you. And the parents are saying that they're going to keep looking. And Father Logan, bless this child, right? Father Logan says they always give us the best scenario, but even he is not sure about getting the houses. And this is like the Valentine's episode. The Valentine's episode that's supposed to be about love, about romance. And this is it. Like, these poor kids getting let down again. Anyway, that is our recap. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, go ahead and hit subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day.